Death Row in Arizona Prisons by Carl R. Torsgans. Welcome to my video. The cover picture is a beautiful, beautiful scenic view of Arizona taken by Casey Stanford, the son of a good friend of mine and also son of Florence, Arizona. Please take a moment to make sure to visit him and watch his beautiful photographs of Arizona. The title of the video, Death Row, Silent Footsteps. What you're looking at there is the death cell, SMU-2, or now called the Browning Unit. It's a special management unit where the death row prisoners are located, except for the women in Perryville that are separate. Just another day in the Arizona desert. The morning starts off with a cool breeze with a slight chance of a monsoon rain this evening. The gauntlet of steel gates that leads to the human-made hellhole is quietly sitting there in the shimmer of the heat waves as scorpions and rattlesnakes come visit this place called Death Row. Watched over by an officer in the tower carrying a semi-automatic weapon, rifle, and a handgun on the side, the stainless steel wire reflects the boiling sun rays as it repels the thoughts of penetrating the barrier steel that surrounds a housing unit where there are dead men sitting there quietly, waiting for their turn to go to the Florence death house. Almost forgotten are those women sitting in the special management area in Perryville, just more than an hour drives away. The same thing these men do each day as they wake up inside the Arizona prison called Death Row. The sound of distant thunderstorms approaching breaks the silence for a moment as the temperatures reach the century mark again and the humidity leaks through the antiquated swamp cooling system that was obsolete from the moment it was installed many years ago. The weatherman calls for rain, but it's been raining for many years for those kept on death row, now for over a decade or more, waiting for their death warrant to be served and their arms strapped to the table so the needle can find its way into the vein. Sitting inside their cells with the muggy air surrounding them, they pray for death as time takes its toll on them, just sitting there with nothing to do or anybody to talk to. The ambiance is deadening and the mood is always subdued. Some take exception to the stillness and carry on a shouting match with others sharing the same fate as they yell and whistle to get their attention and fish each other contraband goods hidden from the employees assigned there to watch over them. The hot and dry weather will repeat itself every day of the week during monsoon season as the blistering heat will again be interrupted with a brief shower or thunder shower or two during the day and cool the night into these cells for just a little while longer. So does the routine inside these massively constructed hidden places made of concrete and steel as dead men walking make no sound as their feet hit the concrete for another meeting with their attorneys. Inside this special room designed for a face-to-face but separated by glass and a small open slot on the bottom where they can slide documents to and from as they sign their appeals and other court documents, hoping to be spared death and given life instead. The jingling of the chains wrapped around their waist and the shuffling of their feet breaks the silence that footsteps rarely make when walking from their cells to the visitation room on these concrete floors. Gazing up above, they see a lethal fence that keeps them from thinking to escape this box. Here they are seated behind a wall of glass as they view the other person that came to see them, but unable to touch each other or hug or kiss them hello or goodbye. The morning meal is delivered, cell front, and quickly picked up as shift's about to change. The schedule consists of showers and recreation for some and nothing for others. Stuck inside the cell for 23 hours or more, they take turns going outside to freshen up their hygiene in the best these conditions allow. The rule of the day is simple. Do as you're told and be quick about it. Others want to go outside well, and the shower can only be for 20 minutes or less depending on the timer that controls the water flow. The noon meal comes on time and each reach out their food slots. As the trays are carefully balanced on the steel ledge, it allows them to reach out and momentarily put their hands out where there are no bars, yet still inside the concrete dungeon, designed so efficiently for the purpose of confinement and isolation. The slamming of the steel doors tells them time is near for their time to go outside. As they prepare to be stripped naked before they're chained, a reality check comes to mind where they are and what they did to get there. The afternoon silence is broken as the officer comes to the cell front and tells the prisoner to strip and be restrained. The prisoner questions the reason, and the officer abruptly replies, "The warden wants to talk to you." A sudden frightful feeling takes over as the prisoner's eyes drop to the ground as he realizes his turn has come to be read the death warrant in the same little room where he met with his attorney just about a week ago and got the bad news that nothing can stop them now and that the waiting is over. Shackled and dragging his feet, the prisoner walked into the back room where he watched by the officer from behind. There across the window from him stands the warden and his deputy, staring at him with papers in hand and somber expression on their faces. In all, about 12 minutes, the deed is done. The death warrant served, the warden nods his head, and the prisoner is taken to the intake where he'll be put on the boss chair and changed out in new clothes and watched continuously until his time for death has come. The prisoner realizes it's only a matter of time when he leaves his cell for the last time as he takes the final ride to the death house in Florence just a few miles away. Heavily guarded with a gauntlet of armed officers along the way, it serves only the purpose of making sure he gets to his final destination on time and alive so he can be put to death. Thank you for watching my video. Please share.